Welcome to Amazing Devotions for Men. These amazing devotions are lessons from men of the Bible, men like you or men you are acquainted with. They are from all walks of life. These lessons are a compilation of Bible characters that has been documented in a devotional for men entitled A Legacy. The greatest want of the world is the want of men. Men who will not be bought or sold. Men who in their inmost souls are true and honest. Men who do not fear to call sin by its right name. Men whose conscience is as true to duty as the needle to the pole. Men who will stand for the right though the heavens fall. This quote was taken from the book Education, page 57 by E.G. White. This devotion is based on the book of Judges, chapters 14 through 16 on the life of Samson. According to the Bible, physically, Samson was the strongest man in the world, but because of bad life choices, he became as weak as any man. In order to liberate the disobedient children of Israel from their enemies and to glorify his name, God gave Samson the special gift of physical strength. However, Samson misused his gift with the very people God was trying to free him and his people from. He learned late in life to depend on God and not his own strength. Men might think that they are stalwart men of God and can easily associate with the ungodly while maintaining their relationship with God. A man cannot depend on his own strength. It is only through God's omnipotence that he can overcome temptation. Satan knows what your weak areas are and will use them to prevent you from glorifying God. He will bring dishonor to you, your family, and God, as was the case with Samson. History gives support that the downfall of the children of Israel was caused by their association with unbelievers. It is God's intention that the lives of men should be a witness so that strangers and unbelievers might learn to love Him. Unfortunately, as can be seen from Samson's life, this was not the case. He was not an example for God, the children of Israel, or his enemies. He was a menace to society. As a champion and conqueror, Samson was supernaturally strong but spiritually weak. He allowed his emotions to get the best of him, losing sight of the purpose God had for him in society and history. Allowing your sensual emotions to take control of your life will break down every principle and standard you have ever stood for, and most times that includes denying God. Remaining true and faithful to God will eternally preserve your dignity, relationship with God and man, even your enemies, and cause others to change their lives. However, when you depend on your own strength, the result is to become degraded and disrespected, which will ultimately lead to eternal death. Samson's downfall continued as he chose to depend on his own strength. Fortunately, Samson came to his senses when he realized how foolish and weak he was. He also realized that his strength was not in the thickness and length of his hair, but his loyalty to God. Physical strength is not measured by physical appearance, financial or social status, but in humility to serve and obey God. It takes a strong man to remain faithful and true to God. Samson is an example to all men. Young or old, intelligent or illiterate, strong or weak, are not excluded from becoming a fallen hero. However, there is hope. Although Samson did not accomplish the mission required of him, God remembered him in his weak, blinded, imprisoned, and degraded state. All of his suffering and misery could have been avoided and his life preserved in high esteem, but he chose to pay a price, and that price was death. Though Samson was finally exonerated at his death, his past mistakes could not be undone. Men can, however, learn from his experience and avoid falling into the same traps as he did. Watch and pray, that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Matthew 26 verse 41. Thank you for watching the Amazing Devotions channel. Your continued support is truly appreciated. The next devotion is based on the book of Judges, chapter 16 of the Bible, about Samson, the strongest man in the world, whose poor choice of a wife cost him his life. By subscribing, you won't miss any of these amazing daily devotions. Please give a thumbs up and remember to tell the men in your lives about lessons from amazing men of the Bible.